Physical touch. I genuinely liked the video that we made in the first one, and I wanted to go over some things about physical touch. It's kind of similar to, of course, all the other love languages. You have to raise the awareness of what it is you really need or what you want from physical touch. It isn't just someone touched you and you liked it. It's what did the touch make you feel? And again, this video is going to be very, very strategic how I talk about this, because the whole point of this series is to talk about how love languages can help or hinder our walk with God. This isn't a self-help. This isn't a perfect yourself or none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is raising the awareness of how our love languages can either help or hinder our walk with God. Check this out. When you're holding someone's hand, think about what them holding your hand makes you feel. But when you hold someone's hand, you may feel safe. You may feel secure. You may feel like you're not alone. You may feel like someone understands you. You may feel like someone gets you. You may feel like, someone accepts you. And the goal is, again, just raise your level of awareness. What are you looking for in the love language that you desire or you attribute to yourself? How do you show and receive love? If it's physical touch, there are going to be a lot of things that are communicated to you through touch. A harsh touch can communicate a lot of things to you. A gentle touch can communicate a lot of things to you. A father's touch, a mother's touch, a friend's touch, a colleague's touch, a romantic partner's touch. All of these things are different touches because they communicate different things because of the context of the relationship. But here's how it can hinder your relationship with God. You have to learn how to be led by the Spirit of God when you don't get the touch. For example, let's say if a father's touch communicates the most love to you. What happens when the father doesn't touch you in the way that you desire to be touched? Now, just for context and for clear interpretation, a rub on the head, a pat on the back, a rub on the shoulder, whatever that seems to be, if the father does not touch the child in that particular way, it's a lot of times, sometimes you can walk away feeling like, all right, if I didn't get that pat on the back, maybe you're not proud of me. If I didn't get that rub on the head, maybe you're not accepting me in this moment, or maybe I don't feel loved in this moment. And the reality is we cannot allow the absence of someone expressing themselves to interfere with our minds in the area of wholeness or being secure enough or whole enough to understand I'm still accepted by God without the touch of man or a woman. You have to be in a place where you're so secure in the love of God, the security of God, and understanding that other people's behaviors are not a reflection of you, that if they do not give you what it is that you desire, you're still secure. You have to be whole enough to not get something from another person. It's very tricky, but again, understand that if you don't get what you need, it doesn't mean you're not loved by God and particularly that person. When it comes to how you show and receive love, that doesn't mean everybody else is going to do it all the time when you want to. We thank God for those moments when people just get it. And physical touch is probably one of the hardest ones to communicate, because physical touch is one of those things where it feels better when it just happens. It feels better when someone just gives you the hug that you needed all day. It feels better when you don't have to really say nothing and they just get it. It's not always the case, and it doesn't always happen. But the challenge is remaining whole enough, secure enough to know I'm still loved, I'm still accepted, even without the touch. Find out what the touch communicates to you. Communicate to those people what that touch means to you. And really be self-aware enough, whole enough, secure in your relationship with God enough to know that you are loved without the touch.